Let's go ahead and share screen because there was big news today, and I'm sure some of you watching Oriole fans already know. We're going to roster breakdown. I don't know if I can get it full screen here, Melissa. I don't know if you can see that. But it's trending on Twitter. You can see that. There you go. So, and you see it there. And as Oriole fans, we've been waiting and hoping and looking at this for a while, but it's official. Dylan Cease, all the talk, man, every day, 2024, we were talking about Dylan Cease and the possible trade, and circling, goes to San Diego, becomes a free agent, and now he is signed with the AL pennant winning Blue Jays. 7 years, over $200 million as well. I think 210. Jeff Passan and others reported. So the Cease watch is finally over. He is going to the Blue Jays. Interesting, a couple years ago, you heard about the taxes in Canada and all those things, and it's difficult. And all of a sudden now, the Blue Jays have completely turned that around, possibly getting, I think, this is the safest free agent pitching acquisition you can get. This is one you're worried about, especially in a big pitching park like Skydome, the former Skydome Rogers Center. That's definitely a thing there as well. So let's go ahead. So we're going to break down the roster. There will be no Dylan Cease on it, obviously. And so let's go ahead and take a look at the depth chart. So next week we're going to break down this week we're going to break down the depth. Next week we're going to look at what the lineup would look like. Okay, the hot stove is happening. Obviously, we're really going to dive in that, especially once we get to winter meetings. But let's look at the depth of the team right now, how to roll it out. Built kind of strange, so it's interesting. So as of right now, depth chart for the Orioles: Adley Rutschman is still here as the catcher. It's funny the Adley talk now. All of a sudden, we can't trade Adley. We can't. I don't know if you guys can make up your mind. Like, all of a sudden, Adley, oh no, we can't possibly. So I don't get it. But Adley, as right now, is on the team. I don't know if they're going to trade him. I would think it would have to be a really good trade for them to move Adley. We'll see. Samuel Basallo, I think, is going to be on the roster, obviously, and Maverick Henley is there. They did recently trade away Alex Jackson, who I thought was really good last year as well. But they went ahead and they traded him away as well. The catcher depth in the minor league system that the Orioles have and at the major league level is unprecedented. Ike Irish, Caden Bodine, Creed Williams, those guys, none of them will be. I mean, all those guys could be major leaguers as well. And you have like 3 major league levels that we just talked about. So interesting to see how that goes. I think it is Kobe Mayo's job to lose at first base as of now, but barring that you don't sign Pete Alonso or somebody like that. They did pick up Mountney's contract, so I think he'll play. I think I could see them bringing him back as well. He'll DH some, he'll play some first, etc. Sam Basallo, I think, is also going to play some at first. I think he's going to be the one they're going to move around a little bit. Nothing to think about here. Jackson Holiday, I think, is going to start at second base for sure. He's going to be your leadoff guy. I don't think there's any question about it. Jeremiah Jackson, bat speed looked really good. I do see him in the infield as a possible Mateo replacement as well. He did look a little green in the outfield last year. Not bad in the outfield, but I think he just looked a little green. So I think like him playing the infield, second base, third base, a utility role, and some outfield, I think is appealing. Peyton Estelis, if you don't know who that is, he was who was Alex Jackson was traded for. Not Alex. Wasn't Alex Jackson traded? I think it was the Alex Jackson trade. But he was traded. He's actually been assigned to Norfolk. I think they are going to give him a shot to go to the major league roster. It is possible, not for sure. Kind of the same at third with those backups: Jeremiah Jackson, Estris, Westberg for sure is going to be your third baseman. The only flaw with him is can Westberg just stay healthy for a whole calendar year, as good as Westberg has been for them. Westberg has been fantastic. Gunnar Henderson, same. I think Gunnar. I'm saying that was a down year for Gunnar. I'm saying. I think some people are defending it. We got to have more from him if the Orioles are going to be successful. You look at what they just did in Toronto. I think you are going to have to be more successful. You're going to have to get more from Gunnar Henderson, and I think he'll do more. I think like this was just an aberration. Protecting him would help. Like I think that would help too. But I saw a lot of with him last year, not driving the ball, a lot of singles, a lot of doubles, a lot of stuff like that. I think like not driving the ball. He kind of was protecting his average because he wasn't driving the ball. Sam Basayo, I think, is going to get the opportunity to be the DH now with no Ryan O'Hearn on the roster anymore and Ryan Mountcastle. There's some shot Mountie could be the everyday DH. I think there's a shot at that. I think if he can take it from him, we'll see how Basayo does. I don't like rookies being an everyday DH. I just don't. I think rookies still have to develop. Now, he's not a normal rookie, obviously. He already has the extension. He's already has a cup of coffee. He's played last year already. So, again, but as of right now, I do think this is the way it's going to go. I think they're going to keep Rushman and try Basayo at DH. I think it's going to go that way. I think they feel better with Rushman behind the plate. But we still don't know yet because we're still early in the offseason. The new addition, Taylor Ward, I think I've already said it. I think the expectation is Michael Elias was very excited to have him, that this is the guy that Tyler O'Neill was supposed to be like as well. 30 home runs, over 100 RBIs, outfield presence, good defensive player. Tyler Ward's pretty good. He's not horrible. Like I've seen, I think they're a little bit less excited. I think I can understand fans mourning the Grayson loss, or at least what we thought was Grayson was going to be. But Tyler Ward is not bad. I mean, definitely for a 1 year situation. Tyler O'Neill, I don't think he starts. I think he's a fourth outfield at this point. I don't believe they're going to take any at bats away from Taylor Ward and play Tyler O'Neill. So I think that's the way it goes. I'll see. Maybe if he's good in the spring, but spring nowadays, it doesn't even seem to matter. Like if guys have good springs and it doesn't seem to do anything. So seem to have their minds made up. Colt Cowser, I think as of right now, is going to start in center. Here's another one, guys. Fans like, I like Cowser. I still like Cowser. I think Cowser honestly wasn't healthy last year. I think he should have been out longer than what he was. He's, again, I think the biggest problem with Cowser, I think he's got that, what I call the Bill Ripken in him. You got to stop running through every wall. You got to stop running through diving. You got to play with a little less recklessness. That's always a tough thing to tell a player, because when you have a player like that, you like that someone as a manager or whatever. But I think that's the problem. It's keeping him on the shelf. So I think that is an issue for him. Jeremiah Jackson, I think, is going to get some time in the outfield. Nuke Banfield, I think you're going to see him at some point for sure. I think he possibly, and I don't know for sure, could be viewed as the long-term answer as well. He's got to get his average up at AAA. I don't think right off the bat, I think it's a great thing out there, but seeing an average up at AAA, I think is a thing. Right field, Dylan Beavers, I think he's your guy in right field. I think he was great. I think he was really good at the end of last year. I don't think he didn't look like a rookie at all. He came right up and hit. This guy's really paid his dues. I don't think he's a great outfielder, but who cares? With the hitting, I think he's good enough in the outfield. I think he's got to work on that. Tyler O'Neill, Heston Kjerstad, we'll see what role he has as well. I think Kjerstad is going to get a shot to make the team. I think him as a starter. I can't see it though, but I definitely see him as a fourth, fifth outfielder. I think that's definitely a possibility. It depends on how many infielders they take. I think if you keep five outfielders, I think Heston Kjerstad absolutely has a shot to make the team. The rotation as it stands right now: Trevor Rogers, Kyle Bradish, Dean Kramer, Tyler Wells, Cade Povich. There really isn't a guy in the minors that would take these spots. So I think you're looking at that. I don't think Braxton Bragg, Michael Ferret. I think they're a little ways away. I don't think like Chase McDermott. I think this. I think this is it. I mean, if you don't sign and Cease is obviously off the board, this is what you got. I think this is how it's going to look as well here at the start. Bullpen, I think, is still a work in progress. But right now, Kittredge, I think, would be the ninth inning guy if it started right now. Batista did resign. I don't know if you're certainly not going to have him at the start. You may have him at some point during the year. Keegan Aiken, Yadier Cano, Dietrich Enns, Cage Stroud, Rico Garcia. They were good at the end of last year, except for Cano. Not really. But the rest of them were I think it was, I think the reason they run it back, they realized in August they kind of struggled. In September, the bullpen wasn't bad. I mean, it really wasn't terrible. Craig Stroud was solid. Rico Garcia was solid. Keegan Aiken, maybe he's not a ninth inning guy. Getting pitchers back, I think they are going to look for a closer. Fairbanks maybe on the roster as well. They did sign back. They did sign Edwin Diaz, etc. Is already signed. So interesting to see what happens there. Happy Thanksgiving. Find one reason to be thankful. All of you, we will be thankful for a Ravens victory tomorrow night. We're happy. Thank you. Happy holidays to all of you out there. And thank you for taking the time. For all of you in the chat, for all of you watching, happy Thanksgiving from Ravery Sports. You have a great day.